Hello, everyone. Talon Gillespie here. Welcome back to my channel. And today, I have a special Black Panther review for you. And yes, I'm starting to get back on track on making the reviews of Black Panther. But now, this is a different Black Panther toy review. But that's what this is from the Mechstrike Mechasaurs. Well, it's not Megazords or anything. It's like, it says Mechasaurs, like dinosaurs, if you will. So this is called the Black Panther and Sabre Claw. So this is like my first Marvel Mechstrike Mechasaurs toy, if you will. So here's a look at the box. So this looks very nice, and as you all know, I got this for my birthday, so that's always like, this is like a perfect thing for me. Like, this is pretty cool, and it has the Hasbro logo, because we all know this is from Hasbro, and here's the top, and it says combine. So the Marvel hero plus the Mechasaur equals armor. So the Mechasaurs become armor for the hero. So that's pretty cool. And this is from the Epic Hero series. So that's pretty cool. So here's the box, and it looks very nice. So here's the front, and I'll already show you the top right here. And on top of here, I'll go ahead and show you this. There's the Hulk, Iron Man, Black Panther, and Captain America. Or the Falcon, I should say. I know Sam Wilson for the movie Captain America Brave New World is not the Falcon anymore. He is the new Captain America in the Marvel franchise. And speaking of Captain America, the brand new Marvel review, Captain America Brave New World, is coming up soon to my channel. I've seen the trailer, but I haven't got the DVD yet, because that review is coming in the fall of 2025. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that. And there's the, I think that's the symbol for the Mechasaurs right there, and says Black Panther and Sabre Claw. Or I guess you could say Saber-Tooth Tiger, if you want to call it that. And here's the picture of the armor right there. That's what it's supposed to look like. Here's the side of the box. Black Panther plus Sabre Claw equals the armor mode. Now on this side of the box, we got Black Panther, which looks very nice. And it says here, there's a little reading right here, so I'll read this for you guys. Black Panther and Sabre Claw team up to defeat Ultron's prehistoric New World Order. So I think this is from the, I don't know if it's well, I think it's just a toy series, or is it TV series? Like, I think I'm just gonna go with toy series, because we don't know if there's a TV show of Marvel Mechstrike. And speaking of Mechstrike, I have the poster hanging on my closet door. So in case you didn't notice, my aunt got me that for my 15th birthday back in 2021. So thanks again. I really appreciate that. So here's the back of the box, which looks very awesome. So there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces to make the armor. So that looks very cool. I can't wait to open this. Oh, there's the Avengers symbol right there. So that's pretty cool. And on the bottom is just your UPC right there. And that is it. So if I find the other Mechstrike Mechasaurs toys, I will review those as well. Like if I find the Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America, I'll review those as well if I find those. So anyway, so without further ado, let's get this guy out of the box and take a look. Alright, I got Black Panther and his Sabre Claw out of the box, and okay, I think it looks pretty nice, to be honest. So let's move this out of the way. Set that to the side. So let's take a look at the figure that it comes with. So we'll set the Sabre Claw to the side. Pan this down a little bit. All right, here we go. So here is the Black Panther, which is, again, a great Marvel hero. So he has the purple on his chest, which resembles the energy of the vibranium. So that is really nice. And in case you guys don't know, it's tiny. So it's like the same size as my hand. So that's pretty interesting. So I thought it was going to be the same size as the Power Rangers action figures that we got from Hasbro in the past. But unfortunately, it's the same size as a 4-inch figure, which I never seen a 4-inch figure in real life before, but I've seen a couple of YouTube videos of 4-inch figures, which I believe it was from Bandai a couple years ago. I mean, many years ago, I think. But still, I think this figure looks really nice. Let's take a look at the head. Not bad of a head sculpt right there. So that, I think that's okay. It's not terrible. It looks pretty nice. And he has the teeth of the necklace are on his neck. So that is interesting. So as far as articulation goes, the head rotates around. And it can move, oh, there we go. It can move up and down, side to side. It's on a ball joint. The arms do rotate around. He has a bending at the elbow right there. So if you want to make it look like he's showing his muscles, you can. The legs do go forward and back a bit, I think. Well, it only goes back about that much. The legs do go apart, which is nice, just like with the Power Rangers Beast Morphers figures. Well, except for the villains. Like for some of the Beast Morphers villains figures, the legs wouldn't go apart, which is standard for all of the villains from the Beast Morphers toy line. But anyway, he does have bend at the knee right here. And the bottom part of the foot does rotate around, so that is very nice. So there's Black Panther himself, King T'Challa, right here. And for comparison, I have I think this might be the 5-inch. I don't know. I think this is the 6-inch figure of Black Panther. So here's a little comparison right here. Except it's almost like a kid version of Black Panther. Like this could be like Prince T'Challa, and this could be King T'Challa, which looks very awesome. So you do have that little difference there. Like he does have the muscles on his chest right here, but this one a little bit. You can't really tell because of the grooves in there. But the only thing he doesn't have is the silver parts on his arms and between his legs right here. So that's another difference. And the other difference is the feet, which you could see the Black Panther on this figure has like toes, but this one looks like he has shoes or boots, I should say, if you look a little closer. That is a huge difference right there. Okay, and then I also have the tall Black Panther. Let me just pan this up. I have the, I think this is the 12-inch Black Panther, but I can't really tell. You can see that's one difference there. Like, he has the teeth of the necklace around his neck, which is a different design than this one does. So, for this necklace on this Black Panther is different. So, you could tell there's a huge difference with the necklace. So, yeah, so that's, I decided to bring in two of the Black Panther figures right here. So, that's your little comparison. Okay, so we'll move those out of the way. So that's the Black Panther figure that it comes with. And now let's take a look at the Sabre Claw. Or really, the Saber-Tooth Tiger, if you want to call it that. So here is the Sabre Claw. Or, again, Saber-Tooth Tiger. Because if you could tell, the Saber-Tooth Tiger has teeth on front of its mouth. So I think you could call this the Saber-Tooth Black Panther, if you want to call it that. So here's the look of the face right there. Nice and shiny silver on the feet there. So that's nice. That's one huge tail. I love the purple that they use too, especially for the eyes. Look at that. And I'm guessing these are supposed to be the stripes here because basically for tigers they have stripes. So that's nice. So for the articulation with this guy, the head goes up and down, which is part of the transformation that we're going to do in just a moment. The legs do go around, and these part of the feet can go back and forth. It's on a ball joint, and then the back legs do the same thing. But for the toes, they can go up and down, which a little bit, if you force it a little bit. There we go. That is actually a pretty interesting there. And then for the tail, all you have to do is snap that on, and you can rotate that around. So that's really nice right there. So that's very cool. Okay. Now let's see. We're about to get to the transformation in just a second, but I gotta say, for this toy set here, okay, I think it's very nice, to be honest. But still, I wish the figure would have been like the same size as the Power Rangers figures that I got from the past. I think around 2020, I think. But unfortunately, it's just a small 4-inch figure right here. So that's basically where we're going to get there. But anyway, let's transform this thing. So to transform the Sabre Claw to the armor mode, or the Mechstrike armor, let's see. What you're going to do is you're going to take off the back legs, like this, then take off the tail, and then you're going to pull this up, like that. So this is a connector where you place Black Panther's waist on there. So that's what it is. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold the front legs back like this. Keep the silver feet in place, just like that. And then you open these up, which are basically the shoulders. You just open this up, and basically there's supposed to be, like little cannons right there. So that's pretty interesting. And then you take Black Panther and strap him on back here. And then you pull down the Sabre Claw's head, pull that down, and put it on Black Panther's chest. Just like that. Okay? And then you take the legs, and then you just strap them on to his feet. Like this. you have to make sure which leg goes where, because that's basically how it goes. And then underneath Black Panther's feet are little holes, and there's little pegs inside the feet of the Panther or Sabre Claw. So you just plug those in and plug in the feet at the same time, like this. See, I'll show you again. Slide in the feet, then plug in the foot. Okay. And then you have the armor right here. And then you're going to take the tail, right here, you're going to take the tail, and then just place it in Black Panther's hand, because basically he uses the tail as a sword. So let's see if I can get that on here. See if I can open his hand a little bit. And then turn it like that. And there you go. Now, he doesn't stand right because the feet on here are kind of wonky a little bit. But you got to make sure he stands up, because the feet on here on the bottom, basically they pop off easily. But I'm just trying to keep them in place. Just got to make sure the toes are straight. But anyway, there you go. It's the Mechstrike armor for Black Panther. So I thought these parts were going to be silver. If you look on the box, it's supposed to be, when you open the shoulders up, there's supposed to be like silver paint on there. But unfortunately, it's just plain black. Unfortunately. Well, the rest of the armor is silver and a nice shiny black, which looks very, very awesome right there. So, anyway, that is the Black Panther and Sabre Claw. But anyway, I still have a lot more Black Panther reviews on the way, including the Build-A-Figure of Atuma from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Stay tuned for that, guys. Okay, so that's going to be wrapping up to this review. Let me know in the comments section down below and tell me if you have one of the Marvel Mechstrike armor figures, or I should say the Mechstrike Mechasaurs, or Mechasaurs, right there. Because if I find the Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America, I'll be able to review those if I can. But for right now, I just have Black Panther, and I'm absolutely going to keep it like this and display it on my shelf. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below and tell me if you have one of the Marvel Mechstrike Mechasaurs figures. It could be Black Panther, the Hulk, Captain America, or Iron Man himself. Would have been nice to have like Spider-Man or Black Widow for the Mechstrike, but unfortunately, I don't know if there's going to be those. Like, I need to look those up first. But anyway, for right now, it's just this. And stay tuned. More Black Panther reviews are on the way. And that'll be wrapping up to this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and ding the notification bell for new videos. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.